Did you ever audition for SNL?
I did. 2 years ago.
What was that process like?
That was Mulaney and I were pitching a movie out here for Tracy Morgan to write for Tracy Morgan, and we got a call being like, they want you to come in and test, and we were with him, so we got to talk to him about it, which was amazing because like Tracy Morgan, we were in between going from producer to pitch it, and we're sitting in his manager's office. He's taking like an afternoon, like not a nap, but just like a little downtime with Tracy Morgan, and he's just like, Lorne Michaels is my dude, and then eventually he goes, he's like half asleep, just goes like, I will not lead a life of quiet desperation. And he talked about how hard it was at first, but how much he ended up loving. And it was actually pretty cool to be like, we're about to embark on this thing, and to be with a guy who'd been on the show and then had achieved all this success, and then we both went to New York, and I tested for it, and I felt like pretty good about it. So I'm backstage, and there's like 25 people, and they bring you down in threes.
And you're actually testing in Studio 8H, right?
Unfortunately, it was during the Olympics, so we tested on the Conan stage at NBC at the time, and I really wanted to walk out.
I thought you were going to say, unfortunately, it was during the Olympics, so we had tested in Athens.
Yeah.
Degrees.
It was during a bus strike. So I get there, and you come down in threes. It was me, Liz Kukowski, and it wasn't Jordan Peele. I'm trying to remember who the third was. Our little trio of people, and they bring you down in threes, and you wait backstage, and then so I'm backstage. I'm about to go out, and the guy backstage goes like the grip, just like a grip backstage goes like, he's like, you look like who did he say? I can't remember now, but he said like, you look like people ever tell you look like Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum, and I said, and I made some joke to him about it, and he was like, save it for the stage, and I was like, wait, you just made me you
opened the door,
yeah. So then they're like, the stage manager's like, all right, so I'll call you out, you walk out on stage, you'll say hello, and then go right into it. Like, don't chat with them, blah, 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 blah. So he brings me out. I go out there, and the setup, I mean, it depends on I think the year, but oftentimes it's like Lorne Michaels, Marcy Klein, who is like, one of his senior executive producers. And then now I know in knowing more about the shows, like Steve Higgins, Mike Shoemaker, two of the senior producers. And then a bunch of the other writers who are there to just sort of watch. And, there's like a cadre of probably like 4 people at a table, and then another 10 or 12 people you can't really see sort of in the back. The Seth Meyers, obviously. And I walk out there, and it's just Lauren at the table, and I go out, and I'm like, hello. And he's like, they're in... people are in the bathroom. And I'm like, I was like, people were freaking out that I was coming out, and he was like, excuse me? And I'm like,
shit.
It's just people were super excited that I was coming out, so they had to go to the bathroom. And he's like, ha ha ha. No. So I then had to go. So then the stage manager's like, I'm so sorry, come back. So then I had to go backstage. They basically iced me for 5 minutes. I don't blame. I mean, it just...
I think it was a conspiracy with the grip. Sounds like there was all something going on. There was a bigger
Lorne,
picture.
he didn't save it for the stage. He was using it in the back.
All right, everyone take a bathroom break.
Yeah, so I waited for like 5 minutes backstage, and then came back out and did it. And I felt like, it was good. I think like it wasn't, I didn't blow it, but I also at that particular time was like, they didn't need me, and they don't particularly need me now. Like they had their cadre of like 30-year-old white guys, you know, and especially as soon as Sandberg, I mean, I always wanted to be on SNL, but as soon as Sandberg got, I was like, how many bespectacled, big-lipped Jews are they going to have on the show?
You can never have too many, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was like, do you want the guy who's going to get you like 50 million hits with his like raps, or the guy who's going to get you like 10,000 with his Upper West Side middle-aged divorced Jew who's obsessed with Alan Alda character? Who do you think you want? But so then, and then Mulaney got a job writing there out of that because he auditioned as well.
And does he do a lot of characters, or how did he audition?
Mulaney's capable of doing all of it, but his audition was basically stand up that had character stuff involved, and he was interested in performing and or writing, and I was sort of like, I just want to, my ego won't allow me to be backstage, so but it's like I really believe like in all of it, and maybe it's because I've been like blessed enough to have success, but like it all happens for whatever reason it happens. You know what I mean? Like it would have been amazing to be on SNL, but I wouldn't have done whatever I've done in the last 3 years if I had been there.
So you're saying you think Jesus Christ has a plan for you?
I feel like Jesus Christ has a plan, because I'm represented by Jesus. He's my manager, and he's been great.